would you expect a woman to do that for you?
What? Wait 90 days for me?
Yes.
Hell no. Why would she wait 90 days for me?
Okay. And you won't look at her any differently. As a Proverbs 31 woman, as a virtuous woman, as a woman that you can potentially see yourself giving your last name to, you wouldn't think anything odd about it.
Absolutely not.
Hey, welcome back to WC Podcast with me, your girl, Miss Ebony Champagne, and of course, the infamous Sauce Queen. So we're here to keep it real, uplifted, and always a little edge as we dive into today's things that matter the most. So we're going to start off with 3 of the hottest gospel songs on our playlist that will get your spirit uplifted and followed by some fresh healthy tips to keep you filled and fabulous. Who doesn't like something like that, right? All right, so now that we're going to dive into what's sure to get you talking, the 30 to 90 day rule. Right? And also we'll flip the script and see how men feel about that, ladies. Because it's not always about what we want. We don't want to contradict the things, but we also want to compromise. So get comfy, get ready, and we're about to jump into today's topic.
Nice. I like that, Champagne. So the songs that are on our playlist that we want you to look into, which is great for your spirit. Isabella Davis, Jesus We Love You. That's the first one. The next 3 is by my favorite. His name is Marv. Check out that album, Church Boy. The 3 songs is Searching for Purpose, Dance About It, and last, Marvelous Light. Check it out. So now let's get into that topic.
All right, just before we get into that topic, I want y'all to know holiday time is coming. All right, Thanksgiving is definitely approaching. Remember, you don't have to pig out, okay?
Big back season.
In the most sincerest way. What they say, keep it cute. Keep it cute. Enjoy yourself, Ain't nobody afraid to eat. I know I'm not. Y'all know I came off the challenge. I'm still a part of the 28-day challenge. But let's remember, you don't only work out physically, but you work out mentally. If you're looking good on the outside, your inside is going to look good as well. I know my hardworking people out here, we do not have time for the gym. We cannot afford memberships. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Introduce yourselves to the lazy workout. How about when you get out the bed? Crunches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand up, stretch, arms out, waddle. There you go. My mamas, when you blow dry and are doing your hair, a couple squats, 5 to 10 days a week. My guys out there, calisthenics, push-ups, pull-ups, just in the house. Those things that keep us regulated. You working out your body physically and you're working out your mind at the same time. A cool, refreshing day. A light, healthy breakfast. You want to do a small snack in between. You want to remember to eat your lunch if you can and eat that dinner. All right. So make sure you're getting a proper amount of rest. These are the things you want to keep in control of your own self because that's the things you do have control over. All right. So a healthy mind, a healthy body, health before wealth. How else are you going to be able to make that money? If you're not feeling good, you're not going to be able to make it. You understand? So I wanted to say that, sis. So let's set the stage for this topic. The 30 to 90 day rule. Why do some women choose this? I'm interested to know because if I had the 30 to 90 day rule, I would know why I chose it. I chose it because, you ain't about to just get in my body and then you can make your mind up if it's good or not and you want to stay with me. We're not doing that. It's not about that because you're setting the tone for that person to do what they want with you when you should be setting some more rules. Now, don't get me wrong. I was never always perfect. Okay. And yeah, my mind went to, ooh, he looked good. Like, oh, I wonder. Or even him, he's like, dang, that attitude match or you look good. The stuff, come on, we ain't gonna play. We grown-ups, right? So we know what's up with this. So that 30 to 90 day rule, where it stem from? Why do we come up with them things? Is it for us to build emotional bonds before getting physical? Does it help us screen the guy? Are we trying to convince ourselves that it's more than just sex? we're waiting. Like, what's up? Is your mind always on that? Why you set the rules? What are the rules for? Shouldn't you just be able to, level with each other? Because I had an older couple say to me, if we made it all about sex, then when we got together and we hit a certain age where we couldn't physically perform like that, what else would we do? So they took communication as intimacy. That's a form of spending time together where they can just talk. They can what did the ladies say? They caressed each other with hugs and kisses, affection, instead of just going right to what they told me, Pound Town. Like right to there. But it's like it's more than just that. But this 30 to 90 day rule, why we label that?
So I'm gonna give a shout out to the New York Post. With my journalism background, I gotta give a shout out to a nice credited news platform. So I'm just gonna say here, this topic on the New York Post, it says the 3 months dating rule is real. Here are the reasons why so many relationships only last that long. That's crazy. Right? You see that part? Only last that long. It says good things come and go in threes. If you found yourself on the failing end in more than one promising relationship after 90 days of whirlwind romance, you're not alone. And experts say there's a perfectly good explanation as to why things tend to frizzle for so many around this time. The so-called curse of the 3 month rule, they call it a curse, has long been hashed out over mimosas at brunch, not to mention hotly debated on social media, where posts dealing with the subject have gone widely viral. So next it says here, let me get to it. Turns out the pros say there's a lot of common sense behind the phenomenon, also known as, known as the honeymoon phase, which we all know about. 3 months is a great time frame to allow you to see a rough outline of who the person is. That was stated by Angelica Koch, a certified relationship and breakup expert with the dating app Taimi, if I'm saying it right, Taimi, explained to Bustle. So here on that current event of the information, what we're stating is 3 month rule. Why would they call it a curse? I mean, if you talk to a lot of people nowadays, right, considering our Christianity and Christian background and what we've been growing up to learn, our standards and morals, there's a number of people in the world, a very high amount of people that I see who don't believe in these type of morals or standards. Some people feel like, no, they need to know what they're getting into before they get married, before they get into a relationship, and get committed. They want to make sure it's not whack. They want to make sure they're getting the right package or whatever the case. So let's keep it real. We're being adults here. We're talking about this dating thing. So no bars hold. We got to just say, like, that is the topic of discussion. Like, I've had discussions where people say, okay, they could be celibate, but when they meet somebody, that's out the window if they're interested, to a certain extent. Then some people say they struggle with being celibate and then dating and just being a friend, like friends with a person. And it's because they're under pressure to get into that situation. So now it's like our morals and standards are out the window because of the popularity vote of, I don't want to wait till marriage. I don't want to wait because I want to make sure it's not whack. You know what I'm saying? But then people say, oh, no, I build my relationship genuine on love. But then you got others who say, I build it on love, but at the same time, sex is very important in a relationship. So we got to have both of these things and have it leveled out. I mean, how does that sound? Like, as far as that, like, what do you think?
I mean, you're onto something. You really are. I just feel like, if you're going to set standards and morals, I don't think that should be, I don't want to contradict myself. I just don't think that should be like something up front with right away, only off of experience. Because we get a little hot, right? We get a little hot when we're like, I I wish
We're fleshly. We get fleshly.
Yeah, we
Is the
start
word.
thinking worldly, where it's like, you know, dang, I wonder what it is, or I wonder how it feel,
Mhm.
and things like that. So we get drawn into another direction where it was like, dang, I really could have waited. I really
But
could have, because I feel like once you get to know a person, it makes it better
yeah.
than
But
that.
let's talk about, okay, so to jump away from the worldly perspective, if we have to give people that advice, right? And put strength in that person and tell them advice on how can I make myself a better person when it comes to dating? How can I wait, be patient, do it the right way? But
Mm.
then people don't realize that there's scriptures out there. We don't have to go and confide in other people, because a lot of times we're not going to get the right advice. Because, like I just said, it's majority people, when you had this conversation, they're debating back and forth. They're not going to come in agreement with you. They're going to be like, oh, no, 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 I don't care. You know, that's back in the old times, Old Testament, da, da, da. And then they start jumping in and trying to build their own perspective of things. And we're not supposed to lean on our own understanding. We're supposed to keep that tradition no matter what. But at the end of the day, everyone's talking about, oh, that was then. Now, you know, when nothing's the same. Everybody should do it this way, whatever. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's
Yeah,
weird.
no, for
But
real facts.
at the same token, like, there's scriptures that will keep you strengthened in that area. Or, you know what I'm saying, you go to that for advice, because if you're looking to other people for advice. I know I was on a prayer line. It was about a couple of days ago. Was it a couple of days? No, this is a new week. It was
No, this
on
is a new week.
I was on a prayer line. This was a few days ago, and yes, and it was a apostle in there saying, no, I'm sorry, minister, a friend of mine. She was saying how that we should not confide in others, per se, like your friends and family. We should confide in God first, and that was confirmation right there. So with this situation, we should be confiding in God. Like, we should see God on what we should do on our answers, not go to our friends who's over there like, oh, nah, you're gonna wait, like you shouldn't wait. Or, you know, you talking to that person you're dating, and you see from their perspective, oh, well, I gotta wait. And then they don't see like the pride at the end, like, yeah, you're waiting because this is not what I feel I'm comfortable with doing, and I have standards. And then they're like, oh, come on, we all grown, we grown, so what? And it's like, okay, so we grown, but what that mean? That mean I gotta just jump the gun on this situation with you?
I
For
mean,
what?
I used to be that. I used to be like, what was it like? I'm grown. I know what I want, and
Yeah.
you know, be like this. What is it? Women know the first 2 to 5 minutes of speaking with you. What she gonna do with you? Just like
But
a
at
man,
the same
they
token,
know their intentions too. I mean,
but at the same token, we said how a man knows a wife when he looks at her. But if he's gonna see that woman's jumping his bones right away, how many other men's bones she's jumping on? So
well,
now
yeah,
you're
because you're
classified.
leaving that impression.
Yeah.
You're leaving that impression, and I get it. Attraction is everything, you know. I've but personal experience, the aura be so real. You stand next to a person and you just is I feel what they say, the animals being heat.
Mm-hmm.
That's that person, like the smell of their cologne, especially if it's been a
But are
while.
we to be like a wild beast? Are we to be that
No,
beast?
but we shouldn't. So it's
No.
those things where you fight those urges, and you shouldn't even really have to fight those urges as much. I remember, look, yeah, I got 3 kids. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
3 kids. And it was just, for me, it was like, dang, just getting it right. I need to get it right. And my problem wasn't boy crazy. My problem was just, you know, finding someone for me, where it was like, you gonna love me. This is what I have to offer. So I'm always showing what I have to offer, like always showing I am wifey material. I could cook, I could clean, I'm headstrong. You know, I'm nurturing, and you know, and it was always me until I had to be like, you know what, God, I never forget. I started getting on the prayer line with Dad, and he, you know, the word was good. I'm like, dang, I got to find God again. And in the form of finding God again, I remember talking to this guy, which I shouldn't even did the things I did with him. I was just supposed to be an advocate on his behalf.
Yeah,
you know And had I had that 30 to 90 day rule, you know, the rule, I'm like, while we have it, But had I had that, I would have understood what the assignment I was on instead of me thinking outside of that, like, oh dang, he do look good. Oh, that's my type. Oh man, he talking.
Well, you know what kind of thinking that is, though. That's the fleshly thing.
Of course, I know exactly what kind of thinking that was, and I caught myself off guard with that kind of thinking because again, I was on the right path, and I was coming back because I backslid, so I was coming back to God. So you already know when you coming back to Yeshua, you already know what the adversary is going to be like. They about to attack you 10 times. Yep. So I wasn't even being like our brother Job in this case. I was falling for it. Like the heck, I know God wasn't gonna be like, "Did you hear my servant Ebony?" Not at all, because I was already weak. I was weak, bro. He started talking good. I was falling for it, like,
and that's operating off of. That's operating off of emotions, feelings, and emotions. And you can't operate that way.
Was I? Yeah. I was not the feelings yet because I was trying to feel. So I was operating off of the imagination. You understand? And you can get caught up. You got to rebuke that. Right away. Yeah. So I mean, it started where it was like God showed me. I was sitting in that car in that driveway, sitting in that car, and I'm sitting in that car, sis. I'm sitting just like this, windshield in front of me, in park with seatbelt on, like I'm about to drive, while God is showing me. And I'm like, whoa, whoa! I promise you, I stayed by myself. I stayed by myself until it was time to come to Georgia. The best thing was the minute me and him was done, because I had to. God show me what's up. Like, what's up? Like, show me what's up, because I'm not thinking logically. I'm not thinking right. Like, I want to serve you, and I want to do right, but I want to love life. And I was just caught up in and not even understanding that if I stayed out the way, he would have put someone in the way for me. I just had to stay out the way. I wasn't doing what my Anita Bynum said about cleaning the sheets. I was just so worried about filling that gap on my own, not even understanding that the man findeth his wife. Here I am in the word, reading the word, but not.
But you gotta get yourself ready to be that way too. So it takes.
That's why I messed up at, because I thought God said, "Ebony, help me." That's what
But with that, I'm gonna say 90, more than 30 to 90. I'm gonna say that 90-day rule. You know, you're setting yourself up to meet a person, get to know them, take your time, and let things flow. Not jump the guns and do all this stuff that you shouldn't be doing. Because you don't even know that person. You don't know what they into. You don't know what's going on with them. You want to get everything out on the table. Because a lot of times they don't show you the real you. The real them. They show you who they think you want.
Shoot, women.
That's why you gotta give it that time.
Women do the same thing. I remember a guy wanted to date me, and I'm telling him everything I like. Then I was in the middle of texting. At the time, I had an iPhone, so I already knew he seen the little dots. I mean, I'm going in. I'm going in. When I say I'm going in, bro, I'm going in. Look at that, I'm playing a game right now. I was going in with the text, and then I was like, I like to proofread. So I said, wait a minute, I haven't done any of these things before. You don't even know me. I erased the whole thing. I said, I wanted to get to know you, but I can't right now. I have to get to know you. At this time, I'm teaching Sunday school. I got praise and worship going on Saturday. And that's when I was like, you know what, God? I'm just going to get my life right with you. I'm going to get my life right with you because I feel like I'm faking it. And no, it's not going to look right because I'm trying to live right for Yeshua. And in the process of me trying to live right for him, I feel like I'm double standards right now. I'm with the world and with God.
Well, that's when we're trying to get ourselves right. That's that moment where it's more like we need to set ourselves up to just get ourselves right first before we jump out there. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like that's that point where if we trying to change everything on our lives, and especially when it's time to meet a mate and be with them, we definitely need to change everything all around and just take that moment. That's a whole different setup right there. That's a whole nother level because it's not even a dating game right there. That's more like we got to be to ourselves for that moment and get ourselves right before jumping out there, because now we're setting ourselves up to but to be with the right person. So now we got to be alone to be with the right person. And I know somebody said that on my Instagram. I was looking, and they basically said that you got to be alone. You know, some people want to be with these crowds or around people, but you got to be to yourself, get yourself right, and then the right people will find you. That's a whole nother level.
Out here, sis, because we understand the 30 and 90 day rule cater to the women and what they tell themselves when they start dating a guy, just to make sure that that the right guy walks into their path and they're making the right decision and things of that nature. Because that's why the rule is really created. It's not. I don't think it's really created because she's a nympho and she's like, well, I could hold out. I don't know. Maybe that woman does it for them. But in this case, we know why. You know, women, we deal with feelings and emotions a lot. So we create walls, right? And borders. And that's to protect us. Because, you know, we don't always, you know, read the room and scan out the schemers and the ones that's preying on us like we don't know. You know, that's usually the men they're really great at that, you know. You know, sometimes we don't think the right way. But you know, that's cool. That 30, 90 day rules, big ups to us women, you know. But how about this? You know me, Miss Champagne, always gonna flip it on some type of way. How about this 90-day money rule on the men's side, right? Imagine a man saying, I need 90 days before I start spending money on you.
Man, that right there is gonna open up a can of worms.
Now, I see somebody put a joke out there
for some people, because how are they gonna deal with that? How am I gonna deal with? Oh, excuse me, you mean you're not gonna take me out or spend money? Like,
no, not taking you out, right? It's cool, you know, because men gotta be a man, right? You know, I'm not a man, so I can't tell you how a man will be a man. But they, you know, they usually take the bill. You know, I applaud my women that take men out on dates too, because we do that. However, like, it's this point where, you know, he asks you out, he front the bill, he do that. But before you can, you know, I need gas money or my lights. You know, somebody put a post up and was like, dang, I didn't even really get the whole effect or feel of dating her before she started telling me the problem she had. Like, I can't pay my light bill. Well, you don't need to be on a date if you can't pay your bills. Because I know if I'm feeling down, right, or going through something, I'm not, you know, a pick me up not going to do for me. It's not going to do for me at all, because my plan's not right. My finances not right. So I can't do this. I'm not feeling good. I don't care if I put on a good outfit or, my water bill still not paid. I don't care how dressed down you is to the T. That's not going to do nothing for me. So if you looking for a sponsor, I think you should let that know, let that be known beforehand. You try to take care of you. You know, 1-800-TakeCareOfMe.com or 1-800 front my bills. Like, forget about your favorite color, what you like to eat, or how are you family orientated? You know, do you have a good job? Do you pay your bills on time or at the deadline? Like, forget those questions. Like, hey, it's nice meeting you. Yeah, I look good. Yeah, my light bill too. You gonna do for me? Like, whoa,
that's something totally like. That's crazy.
I'm just saying. What if the men came up with that, right? Like, just think about it. Are they protecting their finances? Are they checking out our intentions when they come up with that rule? Are they waiting to see if, like, we genuinely interested? I mean, because you think about a person like a woman that want to create. I mean, not create, but want to protect her pockets, because she making 7 figures, because 6 figures is nothing right now, right? But if she making 7 and up figures, and she don't want to just be with a lame or be with a person that don't make the same as her, or at least
or more.
That. And what about a guy? What if he don't want to date a girl that just want to stay home? What if he want to date her and she has something going for herself, and then once he made her his wife, and now she could be a stay-at-home mom? Not right away. You don't, right? These women not even cooking nowadays. But anyway, no shade to the women, because I'm a woman. I ain't throwing shade. You know, I'm just being real with you. So don't get caught up by that song. I could cook.
I mean, it sounds like what you're saying is like, you know what I'm saying, just like women have expectations, so do men. So it's not fair that, oh, we're the only ones with expectations. We're the only ones with these rules and regulations, whatever you want to call it. And then they don't have any. So it should go both ways.
Yeah.
But naturally, we are the ones that's setting up those type of standards and boundaries.
Yeah.
Naturally.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. I'm just saying, what if they, decided to do that? That's a reality check. Women, I need an answer. I need an answer to this for a reality check. Is it fair? Would it be fair? Would you consider it fair? Would it be a surprise? Or is it insulting? Oh, how dare you? Like, what?
And for the men, I think that would be more of a like a turn off for women if you setting standards too. Because like if you're not setting standards, then you just like every other guy, right? So you gotta be different.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with standards. I feel like standards should be unisex. So I have standards.
Yeah.
I take pride in the man who take care of you.
Yeah.
And don't tell me I don't just put this anywhere. I don't just go ahead, my brother. Stay strong. Don't. I respect you. Don't be like everybody. You come on, calm down now. Everybody not hunting for their food. That's what the grocery store for. Okay. Chill.
Right.
Take your time. Yeah. Shoot, I don't want the one that everybody else want.
Yeah.
By the way, I got this cup from Starbucks. And it was purchased.
I was gonna get me a Starbucks cup, and I kept looking at it.
This cup is $19.95. 5 cents shy from being $20. I am a Starbucks member. Okay, I use my cups. Okay, and this is a cute little cup. Cute little cup with my little water in it.
I like that one. Watch, you gonna see my cup. I'm gonna get mine. I'm probably gonna get it tomorrow. Now that I see that one. Because I had my eye on this cup, man, and I just kept looking at it and just walking by like, nah.
I'm trying to change the mugs over. I got my little coffee station. I wish I could show y'all my little coffee station. I got my pumps and stuff over there. My little caramel.
Nice.
I mean, but look, 30 to 90 day rule. Women chime in, men chime in. Let us know what's up. Women, why do you set that rule? Is it beneficial to you and your emotion standards? Or is it beneficial to you because you want to see if you could hold out? And then men, men comment on that. And women, I would like your feedback. What if a man came up with a 90-day rule before he spent money on you just to make him feel secure, to make sure that you're the one and that you're not just out here chasing his bag? Because bad enough, he got to go make it. And now you robbing it. Come on now. Let's talk about this. I feel like there's a discussion to talk about, and we never want to go away without, giving y'all something to think about spiritually, right, sis? So, my spiritual people, the Bible is very useful. It is our handbook to life. So if you're dealing with patience and it's a struggle, my advice to you is always to wait on God. You can hit up Psalms chapter 5 and read verse 3. I always recommend the whole chapter, maybe the chapter before, for some insight on what you were reading. And also breeze through Isaiah chapter 64 verse 4. Now, if you're having a hard time with making decisions, you can go to Proverbs, check out chapter 12 verse 15, and then go 3 more chapters up to chapter 15 verse 22. And if you're dealing with your sexuality, which we remember what Genesis was in the beginning of the Bible. So go back to Genesis, the first book in the Bible, and read chapter 1, verse 28, and then go on to chapter 2, verse 24. God to help you. He is the author and the creator. And John let us know in the beginning was the word. So don't ever get it confused over here. This is WBC Podcast, where we keep it real, classy, with a bit of edge and sass, but we are Christian women. God first all the time. But that 30 to 90 day rule, Sauce Queen, is something to talk about. I want them to talk about that. We need some feedback, y'all. Like, comment, share, and my YouTubers, subscribe. Just hit that little bell. Ding.
Definitely. Don't call me. Call me wise, call me beautiful, but don't call me crazy.
Not at all.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you may call us crazy because of our views and our ideology, but it comes from the Bible, straight from God. So we trying to give you that positive input, and we're not just giving you anything. to fill your mind with, we definitely give you something that to be solid and looked upon. Until next time, we got more topics for you. Till next time. And please don't forget to give that feedback on our video and tell us what you think. We want to know your input.
Got you. Good day to y'all. Thank you.
Lift me up when I am down. You place my feet on solid ground. 'Cause you take broken pieces, turn them to masterpieces. All I gotta do is ask you, Jesus, and you just give so freely. And when I'm feeling lonely, come put your spirit on me. I got a testimony, God, you're my one and only. I get my joy directly from the source, directly from the Lord, protecting me from storms. I get my peace directly from the source, directly from the Lord. That's why I'm lifting up my voice. I need that power, rain down on me like showers. Yeah. And hours feel like minutes. In your presence, this feels just like heaven to me. I see them forming the weapon, but that won't stop me from dancing. I spent some time